Oh, I see it.
All right, here we are. Welcome.
Woo!
Welcome to the biggest Sunday Night Live we have ever had. Oh, Kent fell over. There we go. Welcome to Sunday Night Live with Seroma Entertainment. My name is Jody Seeley from Limelight Audio and Media. My co-host tonight, with the greatest hair we've ever seen him wear, Mr. Mike Lavelle.
Hi.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I have to say one thing.
What's
I'm
that?
glad the weather has turned around in southern Alberta.
Amen.
Amen.
We've gone the better part of 40 hours without snow, so it's a fabulous thing.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Absolutely. Well, we're so excited that you're joining us for Sunday Night Live tonight. We've got a great slew of guests to hang out with you tonight, and we're promoting the Diamonds in the Rough stage, which, if you're not familiar, is probably, I don't know, the coolest stage at the Canadian Country Music Awards.
Yes.
By far.
Say that. It is a stage that gives emerging artists from across the country an opportunity to showcase their talent during Country Music Week. And that comes up in September. We are still crossing our fingers that CCMA's 2020 will be a go, but we're not sure. But in the meantime, we are still getting people together and having fun because our lovely country music family really has nothing else to do at this point. Right, Gavin?
Exactly.
Pretty much.
What else do you have? So we're so excited to be able to support our country artists during this time frame, and also to promote this stage, which will come hopefully September 2020, as I said. So without further ado, how about we jump into some of the fun tonight, and we'll give you some more details on how you can apply to be a part of the stage. But we're going to let you know who's with us tonight. So we've got, what would we call it? I was going to say East Coast, but you're not technically the East Coast. You just seem real Easty from an Alberta girl. We've got Kelsey Main from Toronto, Ontario.
Hi, everybody.
Woo!
We have like our favorite wizard and country music star, Kevin Knopf. And you're in Alberta, right, Kevin?
Yes. Yeah, we're in Alberta.
Very good. All the way also from Ontario, Melissa Megan. And socially distancing properly, we have Renegade Station.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Some of them from parts unknown.
Yeah.
Parts unknown.
Yeah.
Keep that quiet.
So very good. So welcome, all of you guys.
Thank
for having
you.
us.
Thanks for having us.
We got the party coconut. We should have a drink before we get going. This is like
All right.
Have a drink.
Typical
While you're having a drink,
style.
Jody,
What?
while you're having a drink, I want to make sure everyone, a little shout out, if you would, to all of our sponsors with Diamonds in the Rough. People like Lauren Tuddy, along with RDR Music, Tracks Report, MCC Recording Studio, Ranch Pins, and of course, those fun people at Limelight Audio and Media.
Oh, yeah.
Woo-hoo.
We love them.
They're crazy. Don't trust them. It's all good. Well, tonight, of course, as we're talking about, we're promoting the Diamonds in the Rough stage, which we have a special announcement tonight. We know people are adjusting to what schedules look like, getting things completed, trying to decide whether or not you would make it to CCMAs if they happen this year or not. And so, like we've mentioned in the past weeks, we're working on what Plan B will look like for Diamonds in the Rough should there not be a CCMAs this year. So we wanted to let you know tonight that Seroma Entertainment has extended the deadline to give you a little bit more time to apply to be a part of this stage. So we're now going to take applications until the end of May. And that means we're going to keep going with Sunday Night Lives until the end of May too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gives
Nice.
me an opportunity to do my hair and put on makeup, and I feel real good about it. So once a week it is.
I put on my hair so I could keep up with Kevin.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. What?
None of us
will
can
be the
keep
same.
up with Calvin.
Twins. Yeah. Film a Harry Potter movie with you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Okay, let's start with our first guest.
Well, allow me to introduce Kelsey Main, who originally comes to us from Windsor, Ontario. Now calls Toronto home. And Kelsey, welcome.
Thank you. Melissa Megan is from Windsor as well.
I know.
We're homegirls.
I visited Windsor a couple times. I was fortunate enough to announce a rodeo not far from there.
Oh, cool.
Which one?
Where was it now?
Was it the
What county was that?
Harrow Fair?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that?
Right by Detroit.
Okay. I don't know
Right
which
by
one that would be.
Detroit. It's they love their
Cool.
music there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it all started.
Well, now something I found interesting is you won the Sirius XM top 3 for top of the country. You were in the top 3 for that.
Yeah, top 3. Yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
The last year at the CCMAs. That's the only reason why I wasn't part of the Soroma Entertainment stage. But every other year I've been part of the Soroma Entertainment stage. So it's been amazing.
Well, and another thing, I do a little homework before I do this. Your new single, As I Go, your teaser to that had 1.2 million hits on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's at 2.7 million right now.
What? You got a lot out of doing this TikTok stuff. Well,
Holy yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing either. It was just by chance, honestly. I put part of my music video, we had just filmed it and people have been telling me to get on TikTok. So I just put like the end shot of it's basically like a fleet of 15 trucks. We just called like as many buddies as we could. We got them. They all brought their trucks. We had 4 of us women on ATVs driving in front of it in a cornfield, coming up over a hill, and it's like shot on a drone. So it's pretty epic looking, and it's only like 9 seconds, but that thing, it just took off. Everyone's like, America, and I'm really proud and quick to remind them. I'm like, actually, it's Canada. You can come over anytime. But maybe not now because it's a pandemic, but you can.
Yeah.
Well, and I
Are
think
you,
that you work in 9-second intervals or 8-second intervals, Mike. So you got that.
Yeah, I figured that out. 9 seconds is overtime in my world, so she's doing really well.
Yeah. What do you do for a living, Mike?
As little
Not
as
rodeos.
possible on a good day.
It's a TikTok star. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's it.
But
Well,
yeah,
you got a song you want to play for us tonight?
yeah. Why don't I play that song? I was thinking.
Let's do it.
So I have my version of my band here with me today. So we'll just pretend. Okay.
Hey, I'm good with it.
This is As I Go. This is the title track of my album. Been 97 minutes and 13 Marlboro Reds since he said he'd be home, but he ain't yet. And I know what he's doing and who he's doing it with. Oh, but I won't know until he opens that door. What I do next? Maybe I'll smash his bottle of Peppy, tear down his TV, I ain't sure. Maybe I'll wake up the neighborhood poor, carry on food on his floor. Maybe I'll paint his yard with tie marks. Don't really know what I wanna do, so with my finger up, I'm gonna make it up as I go. Then I'll swear she didn't mean nothing, and he won't do it again. I bet he cries when he tries to apologize, but I won't be hearing it. He still ain't got no fury like a woman scorned, it's true. I'm gonna light him up, I just don't know what kind of fire to use. Maybe I'll smash his bottle of Peppy, tear down his TV, I ain't sure. Maybe I'll wake up the neighborhood poor, carry on wood on his floor. Maybe I'll paint his yard time off. Don't really know what I wanna do. So with my finger up, I'm gonna make it up as I go. Oh. Maybe I'll post that pic of his little itty bitty. Maybe I'll smash his bottle of Peppy, tear down his TV, I ain't sure. Maybe I'll wake up the neighborhood poor, carry on wood on his floor. Maybe I'll paint his yard with time marks, don't really know what I wanna do. So with my finger up, I'm gonna make it up as I go. With 4 fingers up, I'm gonna make it up as I go. Yeah.
Woo! Woo! All right,
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice.
Cheers. Thank you.
That was good. Yeah.
That was fun. That was a fun song to write. Just because, well, we literally, as the song says, we literally made it up as we went. So it's one of those like random ones where you just pray to God someone has a concept, because I was all drained of ideas that day, and then none of us had anything. So we just kind of like went off of like a rock kind of Eric Church kind of vibe actually, and we ended up mentioning Carrie Underwood. So I was really happy with that.
Very
A little
cool.
tribute.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. All right.
Cool.
Everybody's having fun. Time for another drink.
What is in your coconut tonight, Miss Seeley?
Rum.
Okay.
Coconut juice.
Put the rum in the coconut. Like, that's the song, bud. Like,
Maybe he's asking.
it's delicious. By the end of this, you might look good. All right, Kevin, we're going to move on to you now, my friend.
Oh boy.
We're so excited to have you here with us tonight also. And share with us a little bit about what your past experience on the Diamond in the Rough stage has been like.
Well, the last CCMAs in Calgary was my very, very first one. I've gone back through your first episode that you aired of this, and I saw Beamer and talking about the very first time. These are real young people that get their first crack. Well, I'm not 19 or 20 years old, as you can clearly see. And for me, the first time there it was wonderful. I come from, and I really don't hide this, I come from a real rock and roll background. So when you start, yeah, surprise,
Shocking.
So learning, I joined just a quick background. I joined a group in Calgary called the Calgary Songsmiths that really have changed my life as a songwriter, and been with them for a couple of years. And that led to just a new kind of appreciation, or a new kind of connection to country music and telling stories. So for a guy like me, Diamonds in the Rough stage was a great opportunity to say hello to that family, and be able to, get up and meet new people. And from that experience, I've met just a ton of people. And even from that particular set, met different people, and went out to Saskatchewan, did a little bit of radio and some stuff out there, and got to open for a guy named Chris Henderson and stuff. So it was really a great opportunity to say hello, and I really appreciated it. It was great. I just love it. I think the whole format is amazing.
Yeah, it's a really unique opportunity, and I think everybody who's been on the stage seems to say the same thing. And from being on that stage for you, Kevin, has it helped you open up more connection doors and other things for you in this industry?
Absolutely, it has. And I go back to what I just said a second ago, just the relationships and meeting people within that country music family, and not only in Alberta, but right as soon as I finished my quick little set last year, Reg Wilkie, who was a DJ that most of us probably know out in Saskatchewan, introduced himself, and I was able to go out there and play on his radio show and do that. So it just exposes you to new relationships, and I think that's really what this is all about. And I love that part of my life. It's just meeting new people. And so the answer is absolutely yes. It's taken and given me new opportunities as a country artist for sure.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
So when I played it 2 years ago in Saskatoon, the very next day I had a meeting set up with a publisher, and they wanted to sign me. They sent me an offer, and so we're still kind of negotiating, but yeah. So I mean, like, I got a pub offer from them seeing me on your stage, and then I had a couple other people that even like Brett Kissel's drummer, who came up to me after, and he was like, I didn't know who you were, but now I do, and I'm gonna keep an eye on you. And he's won like CCMA Drummer of the Year for like how many years? So, so that was really cool. Yeah.
We all want to keep our eye on him. I get that.
Yeah.
Amen, sister.
For those of you who don't know, he's slightly attractive.
Yeah, just a little, no rum needed.
Shout out to Ben.
Yeah, so good. Now, Kevin, what would you give for a piece of advice? Because like I like that you bring up your courage, and that a lot of younger people take the opportunity to grab that stage, but there's not an age restriction to anything that we do in being creative and sharing our hearts. So what's a piece of advice you give to anybody who's thinking about applying?
Oh, absolutely do it. No matter your age, no matter really how you're feeling it. We tend, as we get older as artists, let's face it, modern popular radio country music is really centered on a certain demographic and a certain look. And we're not lying when we say that. That's the way it is. When we're faced sometimes with, well, gee whiz, I'm not 20 years old, and I'm in my mid 50s now. I have grown daughters, and I'm not ashamed to say it. And it's, don't give up. Just never give up on what you love, because the times we're living in right now, I think, are the most important example of that. If we gave up on the things we loved, or the people we loved, or the passions we had, we'd be in much sorrier place than we are right now. So keep those dreams going, and it doesn't really matter. Just do it. And the Diamonds in the Rough stage is a fabulous opportunity, no matter where you're at in your career.
Very cool. So will you play a song for us tonight?
No. Yes.
All right, moving on then.
Well, speaking of this, so I came back. I was in Arizona with my pretty little wife for all winter, and I came back for ACMAs, and we launched a single called Bored and Young. And it was funny. I'd go in and do the shtick, and I'd sing the Bored and Young song, but then I'd sing this song to the staff afterwards. And I thought maybe I'd do this one tonight. It's just about memories and just kind of wishing it would all stay the same. It's called Fading Away. I wore those evil Knievel scars like a man, and I cut all kinds of hell for jumping trash cans. Spend every weekend at Mama and Daddy ended me just right. And Main Street on Friday nights was something to see. All the people dressed up, you never know who you might meet. Oh, times have changed and people fade. Towns grow old, but memories stay. And heaven's full of all the souls that leave. Like crazy daredevils and moms and dads, movie star cars and fashion fads. I like to think nothing would ever change. But you ain't here, your Main Street's fading away. Moving away through those Saturday matinees. Oh, they painted the rank where the bombers wanted their way. We spend every weekend at the cabin down by the lake. But Grandpa would sing as his favorite song some way. Main Street on Friday nights was something to see. All the people dressed up, you never know who you might meet. Oh, times they have changed and people fade. Towns grow old, but memories stay. Heaven's full of all the souls that leave. Like crazy daredevils seeing moms and dads, movie stars, cars, and fashion fads. I like to think nothing would ever change. But you ain't here, and Main Street's fading away. And Main Street on Friday nights, something to see. Oh, times have changed and people fade. Towns grow old, but memories stay. Heaven's full of all the souls that leave. Well, like crazy daredevils and moms and dads, movie stars, cars, and fashion fads. I like to think nothing would ever change. Oh, I love to think that nothing could ever change. But you ain't here, Main Street's fading away. Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin, for sharing that with us. We appreciate it so very much.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
I'm muting everybody so they can talk to you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Good song, yeah.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, a little throwback to Flin Flon, Manitoba, and the Flin Flon Bombers. All right. My grandpa, we go to the cabin, and Grandpa would take out his harmonica, and he'd just sing to us kids all night long, and that, that's kind of what life was like back then. And that one line, it's amazing how many people have come up to me and said, the line that says, and people dressed up because you never know who you might meet. That was my mom, and if you were going uptown, you would put on your best blouse and you do your hair up, and you go uptown because you never know who you might run into, and that's kind of a thing gone away now. But,
Yeah, Ken.
yeah, Ken. Snap it up a bit.
Put on your best blouse for crying out loud.
Blouse.
This is my best blouse.
No.
Blouse.
I feel bad now. I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
Yeah. Isolation fashion is allowed. Anyway.
That's
just gonna have to
pandemic
have-
comfort clothing.
Exactly.
I see you got a new T-shirt on.
Yeah, I decided to go gray instead of yellow this week. Dressed right up for you guys.
Very
My
That's
handsome.
hair,
Very
did my
handsome.
hair, put on my best blouse.
Now, last week you alluded to the fact that you're a bit of a spoons player. So
Oh,
I think,
yeah.
right? Am I right, you guys? This is
Yeah.
kind of the highlight of this week because we're really looking forward to this spoons solo. Are you ready?
That's-
You're gonna have to
waiting
wait
for it.
another week.
Wow, come on.
You better be
Okay,
worth
now-
the wait, LaBelle.
True story. True story. You got to hear me out here. As Jody's aware, I live with my wife and 4 daughters, and we go through a lot of meals. Well, today all the spoons are in the dishwasher.
I don't know. They have this soap thing by a sink thing, and you can just like wash them.
Oh, pink job. You should have come over.
Oh, I got a pink job for you. Gonna get sassy. I've had too much coconut. Introduce our next guest, will you?
Okay, let's move on. We're gonna go back to the fine metropolis of Windsor, Ontario, with Melissa Megan. Yes. I mean, some pretty cool stuff here. And Melissa won the Honey Jam Canada and the Honey Jam Barbados.
Yeah, yeah.
I got to find out about this.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a really cool experience.
What was that?
You know,
Are
just
dropping stuff?
a minor earthquake. It's fine. Everything's fine.
A bit of honey jam.
Just Honey Jam gone. No, but Honey Jam is it's an all-women showcase that's been going on in Toronto for well over 20 years now. Artists like Julie Black and Nelly Furtado, they've gone through the program as well. So you
Very prestigious to anyone who doesn't know. Yes.
Yeah, it's really incredible, and I was lucky to find out about it. And yeah, I got to go to Barbados and represent Canada there. It was really cool.
Right on.
I'm very glad that you're here with us tonight, Melissa, because it's super important. You could be one of the most educated people I've ever talked to.
Oh gosh.
Okay. And you having the BA in psychology could probably help
Can't.
7 of the 8 people on here for sure.
You're not
None
wrong.
more,
For sure.
none more than my business partner, because she needs all the help she can get. So if you
Oh
could
my
stay a little after this, that'd be quite excellent, really.
I just finished my master's as well, so now I'm extra qualified. So
Woo!
Awesome.
Excellent.
But there is a smart girl. It's going to be fun. Now, your song Grow Up was that one kind of went all over the place, and you had a bunch of fun with it.
yeah. Actually, I was lucky enough to record that one out at MCC Studio, actually in Calgary. That was my first big studio experience, and yeah, Johnny and Dave were so incredible to work with. And that song ended up going on. It got me an honorable mention in the Canadian Songwriting Competition, which was really great. And it's done well for me. So that's actually what I'm going to perform tonight too. But yeah, I'm really proud of that song. I wrote it with Beth Marie Anderson, and we had a great time writing it.
Awesome. Now, I know there was a couple of things we needed to take care of in the background, because I heard that someone threw plates across the room, and there was some other stuff going on. Are we all okay now?
We're good. Everyone is alive. We're good.
All right. Like, I didn't hear open. I didn't see food, so everything was okay.
No food was harmed in the making of this live. So.
All right. Go ahead.
Cool. All right. I'm just going to jump in. I have a guitarist with me here. We're going to
Awesome.
social distance ourselves, and we're good to go.
Wouldn't that be so nice? An imaginary guitarist.
I know. He's appearing slowly. There we go.
Does he have a name?
His name is Seb. This is Seb, everyone.
I said.
Hi.
Hi.
All right. This is Grow Up. Here we go. Volume up. There we go. I open my eyes and here's what I see. A little boy looking back at me. I've held my tongue for far too long. Took some time, now I know that it's wrong. Wasn't made to be your mate. So hear me when I say that something about you makes me wanna roll like a stone till you're good and gone, till I can't feel you in my bones. Find out what it takes to be on my own. Drink from a wine glass, not a beer can. One day by myself for real. Then something in your touch makes me wanna grow up. I'm tired of the circles that I run, holding on to a love that's gone. That was your life, and that's okay. Wanna live my own way. You kiss my lips and all I taste Are the dreams that I'm wasting? Something about you makes me wanna roll like a stone, drink good and run till I can't feel you in my bones. I know what it takes to be on my own. Drink from a wine glass, not a beer can. One day by myself for real. There's something in your touch makes me wanna grow. Got a degree in jealousy, the king of insecurity. I don't wanna hold your hand, that's not who I am. Gonna roll like a stone, drink good and gone. Chase my dreams down different roads. I know what it takes to be on my own. Drink from a wine glass, not a beer can. One day by myself for real. There's something in your touch makes me. Something in your touch makes me wanna grow up.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Now,
Thank you.
if you would, Melissa, maybe what's a couple of takeaways or advice you could give to someone who's maybe looking at applying to the Diamonds in the Rough stage, experiences you've had at CCMA?
Yeah, I guess I was actually looking back to my last post, my first post that I made about performing on the Diamonds in the Rough stage. And in that post, I had reflected on the fact that it was just 1 year prior that I had attended my first CCMAs. And I thought it was going to be years before I ever had a chance to showcase there. So I applied to Diamonds in the Rough, with crossing all of my limbs, and I was shocked when I got it. And from there, it really just, it opened up, as everyone has said, it opened up a lot of opportunities, but it also made me feel more sure of myself as an artist, and like I belonged amongst my peers in the, the Canadian country music scene. And yeah, it really did a lot for me in terms of, learning or finding my place amongst the CCMA family. And since then I've showcased every year, and I've actually shared a lineup with both Kelsey and Renegade Station. So it's really cool to be here with both of you again. But yeah, I would really encourage anyone. Yeah, woo. I would really encourage anyone to apply because it really did make a big difference for me.
Well, that's awesome. It's, it's so much fun to hear the rite of passage that this stage has given so many artists.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, when I think without this stage, you probably would have waited years and years. Now we're blessed that a lot of the provincial associations are doing showcasing opportunities, and we applaud every single province that has a country music association that helps support the artists. But what I think is unique to Diamonds in the Rough, and for those who are just joining our Facebook Live and checking this out, Diamonds in the Rough is a stage that puts the whole country into one stage, and it has this really patriotic, amazing, emerging Canadian artist feel to it. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Melissa, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Where can I hear that? Where can we hear that song?
I actually have not released it yet. So
Awesome.
that's something I'm in the process of compiling right now. Obviously, things are a little bit on hold right now, given the circumstances, but it will be released, once the timeline is figured out with how everything's working right now. But yeah, it's not out yet, but good question.
Okay.
Well, and as we're chatting and hanging out here, the Saroma Entertainment team is putting links below this video to all of your pages so that people can go. And we encourage anybody watching, because artists are not able to actually perform and do their livelihood. Sorry, the sun is like coming right in the window in my eye. We encourage you to go and like their pages and download their music, buy merch off their website if they have it, share it onto your social media so that we can support the artists the best way we can during this great pause, per se.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Awesome.
You look like you're behind bars where you belong.
Well, some people were on isolation by choice, some of us by force. It's cool, as long as I get to keep my coconut.
3 square meals a day.
Yep. I like it. All right, next up. Now this will be unique. Normally, the 4 of these fine folks perform together, but that's a little bit difficult to do online.
It is.
You know,
You tried it, didn't you?
we did, and
Failed
Yeah, it's-
miserably.
miserably.
I was trying to sing with Kent, and Scotty was in his house, and he's looking at it going like this. And I didn't. So Russ smacks me like, "Stop singing harmony. You're not singing." So
You're not-
yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
So we'll break you up a little bit, but we'll give you the
Yeah.
opportunity to share right now some of your experience. I mean, you're a part of the Seroma Entertainment team, so you get extra stars because you get to work with Mike's favorite woman in all the land.
Stop.
Angie Morris.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The unofficial president of the Angie Morris fan club.
Right. But you're in love with Luann.
Love's a 4-letter word.
Very well then.
Oh,
Yes.
feel the burn there, Louie?
What?
I said, you feel the burn there, Louie?
I do. Yep, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, I love you too.
Yes.
I had to.
Yeah. So what's your experience been like for the opportunities that you've had in performing on this stage?
Well, I have kind of a funny story to tell of our very, very first Diamonds in the Rough. We weren't part of the Seroma family, and it was our very first showcase at the CCMAs as well. And we were beyond ecstatic, like, oh my God, we're performing at the CCMAs. This is amazing. So talking back and forth a little bit with Angie on Facebook, had never met her. At the time, she did not have a photo. So I had no idea what this Angie person looked like or anything. And we performed that night. I think you were there, Jody, that night in Saskatoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the very first Diamonds in the Rough, actually. And at the end of the night, I went up to Kent. He's talking to some lady, and I'm like, sorry, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt. Kent, we have to find Angie. We have to thank her. It's been amazing. And he goes, Luann, I'd like you to meet Angie. And he was actually talking to her, and I go up and interrupt. And she teases me about that.
And she still took us on.
As,
Go figure.
as she should.
Yeah.
As she should.
And that was the year, actually the following year is when we signed with Angie and became part of the Seroma Entertainment team. And that is a lot to do with the Seroma stage, or the Diamonds in the Rough stage, because without that, we wouldn't have been performing there. We would have been there more as, our artists just there to learn and grow and hope you can network, but it brings so much opportunity to meet so many people, and it's grown every year. It's incredible. So it's opened up so many doors for us. We've been able to perform right across Canada. So it's pretty awesome.
You'll remember that first CCMAs that we met you, though, Jody, because that was where my wife shanked you with a glass at the reception.
It was a good time. Blood everywhere. But I did get my
It's a bloody
Band-Aid
good
the following
time.
year. Yeah. My
We
very
had
own.
Band-Aids though. We had
Yes.
Band-Aids for merch.
Yeah.
So it worked out okay.
Yeah, that was great. Hand talkers, you gotta love them. Yeah.
Kat is standing right behind my phone now and blushing like crazy.
Yes, I've tried to really love her and be really nice to her ever since, because like what's
You
next?
never know.
Got the throat.
Is she Italian?
No, but she's very tall and scary. Beautiful.
Well, when she shanks you, I guess.
Yeah. You never know what
Thanks
she
a lot,
would do
yeah.
next. She keeps
Oh,
us okay.
dear.
I love her. I love her. All right. So who wants to go first?
I will.
Okay.
We will.
Okay.
I will. So this song is actually our current single. We released it the end of January, and it normally has huge harmonies and big Renegade Station harmonies.
You get me.
You get the two of us, so that's okay though. That's okay. That's how we met, right? We started singing together, and so we'll give you a little acoustic version of this song. It's called "Don't Hold Your Breath." It's a bitter pill to swallow, to take hold. Lay now, baby. Did you really think I'd be waiting to pick up where you left me? I guess the grass ain't much greener on the other side. Now that you're back around, don't hold your breath if you think about us. 'Cause there ain't enough there to save this love. You can't take back the mess you made. Unbreak my heart, until my grave. Don't hold your breath, think about us. You can say you're so sorry, cry me a river. Why don't you? I'm not gonna let walk in. Got them, and I knew it when I told you I guess the best ain't much greener on the other side. Now that you're back around, yeah, don't hold your breath if you think about us. 'Cause there ain't enough there to save this love. You can't take back the mess you made. Unbreak my heart, until my grave. Don't hold your breath if you think about us. Don't. Oh no, no, baby, don't. I guess the rest ain't much greener on the other side. Now that you're back around. Oh, don't hold your breath if you think about us. Oh no, no, baby, ain't no there to save this love. You can't take back the mess you made. I'll break my heart until my grave. Don't hold your breath if you think about us. Don't. Oh no, no, baby, don't hold your breath if you think about us.
Woo! Nice work. Scotty, Kent, how hard is it to watch them and listen to them perform your song and you're not doing it with them? That's got to be so crazy.
Weird.
Yes,
I was
it is.
playing-
It's a little different.
Beautiful.
On the
It's
other
weird
hand,
not having them.
Yeah.
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 I'm not gonna
Okay,
lie, I was even singing harmony. I was,
Yeah, girl.
that was fun.
Thank you.
on
That
the
was
other
great.
hand, it's nice to be able to have a drink while they're doing some work.
Yeah.
Oh,
Talking, Nixie.
that's what she said.
Yeah. Good one, Rooster.
Good one.
Very nice indeed.
Very good.
Okay. What sort of advice does Renegade Station have for somebody thinking about applying for the Diamonds in the Rough stage?
Absolutely.
Well,
Do it.
Just do
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. Go ahead. Be
Ken.
prepared. I mean, give it your best, but yeah, get out there and do it. I mean, there's been so many people that have come up on that stage, and when you look at them, you're like, you don't know what they're going to be like, and then they just absolutely blow you out of the water. So, absolutely.
Yeah, put your application in. It opens so many doors, and you get to meet so many people. And we always talk about how the Canadian country music scene is a big family, and it really, really is. So it's great to see Kelsey tonight and Kevin tonight and Melissa tonight, and we've all been on that stage. And if we can't be there together this year, you get to meet these people, and when you see them again, it's like, oh my God, how are you? And you stay in touch with their career, and you support each other. And Diamonds in the Rough has done that for so many people. And Angie and her team deserve just huge kudos for doing this for all of us.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Kent, you're up.
I'm up. Well, so a couple of years ago we did this song, and it turned out to be our biggest song ever. We wound up getting a top 50 out of it. And
You want me to
sang
try
it
and sing
as
with you?
What's that?
You want me to try and sing with you?
No,
Are you good?
I'm singing your part,
Okay, good.
and I'll do it better.
I have a quick question.
Oh,
I have a quick question before you start, Kent. Sorry.
Go ahead, Kelsey.
So you guys are all Renegade Station. Where did the name come from?
It's a great question.
That's it. So we used to be Domino. We were Domino for ages, and but it was a name that we had never really worked for us, never really fit. So
Stupid name.
yeah, kind of a dumb name. So we were playing a gig in Strathmore, Alberta, and we wound up sitting in the parking lot of our hotel in the sun with a couple cases of beer, trying to figure out who we wanted to be when we grew up. And because we live from we grew up in a small town in Alberta. Our town, Statler, is known for its steam train. We've got, we're very proud of that. We're very proud of who we are and where we came from. And when we started putting names together, the one name that kind of stuck out from all the rest was Renegade Station. And as soon as we said it, it was us.
Yeah.
The Steamrollers would have been way weirder.
Yeah. We're going to be the Statler brothers, but it didn't work either. So
We had a girl.
We had a girl, but
Yeah, it didn't work.
we talked about it for a couple of years, changing our name, and once we decided, it took us 4 months we had another name actually picked, and
You want to know what that was?
no.
Yeah.
3 duds and a hot
No,
chick.
we can't. No. Anyways, we always felt a bit like renegades, a bit like outlaws, and our old name and our old brand didn't portray any of who we really were. So Renegade was something that we knew we wanted to be part of it. And then we were playing at the station in Strathmore, and station made us think of our home in Statler for the Alberta Prairie Steam train and the train station. And so we put the two together. Renegade is our wild side, and station is the home and what grounds us to Statler and our home. Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Carry on. Sorry.
Are you sure, Kelsey?
It was so sweet. Oh, I love that story. Great story.
Awesome. All right. Kenty, what are you
Are we
doing?
ready? I'm going to do a little Who's Gonna Love Me Tonight? Well, I hear you're good. You already moved on, and I guess I should, but I still can't keep holding on. They say if you love it, let it go, and then it comes back, then it's really meant to be, but you ain't done that, so I'm all alone. And I gotta know, Who's gonna love me tonight? Who's gonna take me home? Who's gonna be by my side when I turn out those lights? Who's gonna love me tonight? With these four walls locked about to cave in, but I ain't gonna come and give away the shape I'm in. They say the time heals it all, but it's taking its time. There's nothing keeps us back from the front of our minds, so I'm stumbling. It just keeps me wondering, but who's gonna love me tonight? Who's gonna take me home? Who's gonna be by my side when I turn out those lights? Who's gonna love me tonight? Well, I'll be fine Monday morning when the sun comes back around. But when it sinks back down, I'll be asking what I'm asking here right now. Well, who's gonna love me tonight? Who's gonna take me home? Well, who's gonna be by my side when I turn out those lights? But who's gonna love me tonight? Who's gonna love me tonight? Who's gonna love me tonight? Who's gonna love me tonight?
Woo!
Yes.
Keep singing like that. We all will, I guess. Yeah.
It's hard to get a girl.
Woo! It's hard to see. Yeah, it is.
I love that. That's like that 90s
That's a
country
pink
feel.
job.
I love it.
Thank
Well,
you.
So good.
I've got a little secret, entertaining secret. When I need to sing Luann's part, I have to put Vicks in my beard, so I'm very clear.
Thank you for not saying you promised something. Yeah. Awkward. Okay, well, let's give another big round of applause to our amazing guests on this weekend's Sunday Night Live. Thank you so much. Hit those likes and love buttons. We're going to wrap things up. We're hitting the hour mark. We like to be conscious of time. So thank you to Kelsey, Kevin, Melissa, Renegade Station. It was so awesome to have you be a part of tonight's. Mike
Thanks
Lavelle.
for having us.
Thanks for having
Thank you
us.
so much.
Just great. Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to thank our sponsors, Mr. Lavelle?
I would love to. Our good friend Lauren Tuddy, along with RDR Music, Joe Wood. Thank you so much.
Hey, Joe.
Fax Report, MCC Recording Studios, of course, our friends at the Ranch, and Limelight Audio and Media.
Yeah.
Our Seroma Entertainment
Yeah.
and the Angie Morris Fan Club.
Yes.
Damn.
Very good. All right. If you would like to apply for the stage, the deadline has now been extended to May 30th. You can find all the details of how to apply on the Seroma Entertainment Facebook page and all of their other social media. So go and check that out. And we will join you back here, right here, Sunday next week for another edition of Sunday Night Live. Thank you,
Awesome.
everybody.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.